Public education is in crisis. The question many are asking are, will our kids return to school in the fall? What we should be asking is, have our kids received a meaningful education? And what will be done to make up the gaps? When COVID-19 made us move online, small site schools like ours transitioned quickly within a week after shutdown. Unfortunately, public systems took weeks and only were able to implement half measures. Teachers became content organizers and curators, rather than engaging the student through meaningful teaching. Most online learning is currently curated content, rather than a real applied learning. Many classes are simply a published list of hyperlinks, posted for students to consume, as if making Wikipedia available is an appropriate replacement for direct teaching to foster understanding. It's very easy for students to take shortcuts. A student with a cell phone in hand can answer any question without even a basic knowledge of the topic. There's no longer a true gauge for comprehension. The loss of reliable testing as a measure for comprehension undercuts the entire publicly funded educational system. This also destroys any kind of meaningful grading bell curve. The naturally driven and gifted students may continue to learn and keep up, but there will be a huge middle portion that can put up the grades without really learning. The students who do not truly comprehend will return having huge gaps that will need to be remediated. What about the students who already needed remediation? For the students on the fringes, students with disabilities, everything the public school does on campus can be hidden in a maze of paperwork, ARD meetings, and confusing IEPs. Special education measures like curriculum modification and accommodations often become tools for teachers and administrators to actually drop standards for students with challenges. Because the parent can't attend class with these students, they're often kept in the dark, sometimes until graduation, as to how much the student is actually on level with their peers. With these students now learning from home, many parents are discovering just how stark the gaps are for their kids. They're now tasked with either providing the SPED measures themselves or take the public school to court to get access to individualized education. Both of these are incredibly hard to do. By now, most of us are asking, are there solutions? We believe there are, and we have built our virtual classroom model to begin addressing these problems. We see a huge opportunity now for education to shift. We empower our teachers to provide the framework for critical thinking, analysis, and skill mastery, rather than database memorization and recall. By creating virtual reality classrooms, we create the opportunity for students to have an immersive experience, whether or not they can attend. Since our teachers are live, they can create a meaningful education experience in every classroom. We can use data reading tools, think Alexa voice detection to measure down to the word, and eye contact how engaged the student was during a given period of learning. This gives us the opportunity to test on comprehension. Since engagement is now trackable in virtual classrooms, we can average the traditional 10% participation grade at a higher percentile. In many colleges and universities, a quantitative test is paired with a qualitative interview. Our teachers can conduct a one-to-one interview during the time they may have been lecturing. This can be recorded and reviewed by parents, education professionals, or specialists with permission from the student. With proper use of technology tools, we have the opportunity to use every resource an entire system can provide and know exactly where the gaps are for every student. If you're experiencing any of the problems covered here, please reach out and let us know how we can help. Click the link below to attend class in one of our virtual spaces and see what your student could be experiencing this school year.